The strategy I'm going to be demonstrating is the picture walk. It is mostly used in the lower elementary grades for reading and is most beneficial to speech immersion and intermediate fluency students. The only materials you will need is a book containing pictures. A picture walk is a tool that teaches emerging readers to use pictures as clues to understand the meaning of a story and guess at unfamiliar words. It also gets them interested in the story and in reading in general. This strategy allows a student to connect and relate to the story on a personal level. First, state the title of the book that the student is going to be reading with you. This one is called Arthur's Teaching Trouble. And you review the cover and ask the student what they think the story will be about. Then you ask why they think that. Asking questions as you go along will engage the kids' imagination and encourage active participation. Having students make predictions allows them to see if they were correct or if the story took a turn at the end. Next, you slowly flip through the book and allow the student to make predictions about what is going to happen in the story based on the pictures they are seeing, or allow them to make personal connections. For example, the student might make the connection to this page by stating that they once got a trophy in their baseball team last year. Or on the next page, they might see the characters baking cookies and connect that experience to the time they made Christmas cookies with their family on Christmas Eve. The teacher can then engage in the conversation by stating, "I make Christmas cookies every year too," or "chocolate chip cookies are my favorite." As for predictions, on this page, the student might make the prediction that the students sitting in the classroom have a hard assignment or test they have to take. You would then ask the child why they think that, and the response might be that they could tell based on the character's facial expressions. It is also important that the student is able to point out familiar words along the way, or detect words that might give them context clues that can better help them understand where the story might be going. For example, they might see this picture and see the word spelling and know that they're probably studying spelling. You can also ask the students if they can point out a word on a random page that starts with a P, for example, to make sure the student is able to tell certain letters apart, especially for B, P, D, and Q. This method is mostly used for ELL students. Once you have taken a few minutes to flip through the entire book, you start reviewing. This entails flipping through the book a second time and going over the students' remarks about what they think is going to happen in the story, establishing the setting, what they notice, etc. You ask the students specific questions while doing so. The final step is to begin reading the story. Short discussions while you're reading can be very beneficial to children because they reinforce the critical thinking that you fuel by stimulating their curiosity during the picture walk. Some topics for discussion include testing their storyline hypothesis by asking, "Do you still think that story is going to end like that?" and ask why or why not. Another way is observing characters' actions by asking, "Was it a good idea for that character to do that?" You can also ask the student how they would have solved the problem or handled the situation by themselves. Examining cause and effects relationships, you can ask the student why the character looks happy, sad, etc. Using picture walks encourages kids to connect with and be interested in reading. This strategy can also improve their comprehension of a story.